Good evening. Hello, everybody. Look who's here. Being a pest, as ever. How are we all? Hello, Kathy. How are you? Welcome, welcome. I'm back. I'm alive. Just about. Thank you for all your check-ins. Honestly, the worst of it was like last Tuesday, Wednesday, when I was just like madly feverish. It's been kind of alright since then. I mean, yeah, a few days of head full of snot, huh? And then you, the world's shittest nursemaid. Yeah? Just being cuddly because I was like a source of warmth. But yes, it's glad to be back on the, maybe I do need a nap. I have been doing a lot of napping. You know, as you do. Had it slightly lighter than you, but you do feel like a COVID brain since then. I need to stop. I know, I've only been live for 2 minutes, but you know what? Oof. Oh, that's enough. Oh. Oh, hello. Hi. Snarf's here as well. Hi, Snarf. Hello. We barely started the stream, lads. You've gotta learn some showmanship. Gonna wait for the audience. Of course they haven't been getting dreamies. They only get dreamies when the stream says they get dreamies. So of course, as soon as I sat here and switched off like the speakers and put the headphones on, Orko was like, "Ooh, hello." And now started, "Hi, Snarf. Hi." He just looked at me and then went back to licking his feet. Hard time. Oh, I know. It's so hard, isn't it? It's so hard for you. Not getting the dreamies, but getting my cuddles. It's been terrible. Thank you for waiting. Base takeaway order. Nice. Getting anything nice? Kebab? Of course not. You're too classy for that. Biryani. Nice. I nipped out earlier. I did a lateral flow test. It was negative. And I had a shower for like the first one in a week or something. So it's great when you're ill. You're just like, fuck it. I'm staying in. I'm just gonna wear the same t-shirt and underpants for a week. So I thought I'd shower, and I went to the drive-thru, and I got a drive-thru. McDonald's. I just wanted a McDonald's apple pie. Basically, that's all I've been craving these days. Yes, you are far too veggie for a kebab. What about a veggie kebab? You can't really. I mean, a veggie kebab is basically let's stick some mushrooms on a stick. So yeah, get a biryani. At least there's a bit more to it. Is the benefit? Yes, that is the benefit of the kebab. In fact, the best bit of the kebab, in my opinion, is having the pitta at the bottom. Just at the end, it's just like you've ate all meat, and then you've got the pitta bread, and it's just like greasy bread. That's what I really want. That's what I crave. Like, sod the meat. I just want greasy bread. Some people say, why don't you just get tapas? Pita bread and grease. Right. Don't know where everyone else is, but we'll start playing a video game. We need. I had to actually go to the YouTube and catch up, and I was like, where were we? And it was like, oh yeah, we'd been to the bayou. We'd been to the bayou. Hoodoo bayou voodoo. Right. So here we are, the day after, the night before. We bugged the little coffin thing, the Second Mandalay, and we used the little tracker. No, we didn't just fuck Geddy. We got fucked by Geddy. Oh yeah, that's it. Do your little Sims business. Yeah, we'd followed them into the bayou where they were doing all their vicious sacrifices.
A chicken.
And Malia Gede got possessed by the voodooienne whose name I forget, and she was like, I recognize you. Did shot of Jägermeister, what is it? What are we? Schattenjäger, that's it. And so we were outed as being both Gabriel Knight and a Schattenjäger. Yes, and then someone dragged us away. So we have like literally just woken up from the night before. So let's have a chat with Grace.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
What happened last night?
Grace, about last night.
I've already said everything I have to say about that.
Are you okay?
I'd be peachy if you'd give up all this voodoo crap, Gabriel.
I'm sorry I got you involved in this, Grace.
Don't worry about me. Just get yourself out of this mess.
Got any ideas, Grace?
Yeah, get out of town.
You're so helpful.
Get out, boo boo. Get out, boo boo. Get out of town. What song is that? Is that Nelly the Elephant? Maybe it's Nelly the Elephant. All I can... Yeah, but I can only think of the... Get out, boo boo. Get out, boo boo. Get out of town. It's a different thing. Right, okay. Get out. Get out. Get out of town. There's a song by Ella Fitzgerald. Don't think it's that. I'm sure it's like one of those things we did in music in school. Jazz for driving. Oh, yeah, okay. You know what? We can... Maybe someone else will pop up in a bit. And they'll be like, oh, you mean... And I'll be like, oh, yeah, right, let's have coffee. Don't give me evils, Orko. Right, hang on. Look at that ridiculous idiot.
Good coffee.
Look at that ridiculous idiot. I love him so much. Hello, Art. Look how ridiculous he is. Chonky potat. He is a bit of a chonk boy, isn't he? But he curled, all 4 footsies curled. Even his back footsies. You got that lad there, just whoops, giving us evils, but he is. Are you happy, Snarf? Are you happy there? You happy? Oh, look at him. Shall I? Yeah, Orko, no chill. Hi, Orko. Snarf? Snarf's happy as Larry. In fact, you know what's really tempting? You know what's so tempting? Tickle the belly! Tickle the belly! Tickle the belly! Oh! That was actually alright. He didn't attack me too much. He quite likes to tickle the belly sometimes. His eyes went wide. They did a bit. Right. We're playing a video game, aren't we? How are you doing, Art, by the way? You haven't missed much at all. We were just mostly like recapping things. Yes, sit down. Sit down. Sit down. We're still waiting for people to show up. We've only got Kathy and Art. I want to get a bit of an audience for you. Right. Let's read the newspaper. It always looks so
Times
wonky.
dated June 24th, 1993. There's nothing about the voodoo murder case in the paper today. Gabriel finds a humorous tidbit under the Life is Stranger Than Fiction column. Apparently, there were reports of ghosts in the Bayou St. John last night. Various people called the newspaper with stories about hearing strange noises and seeing weird lights over the swamp. Some folks claim it's a ghost of Marie Laveau. The paper relates it to similar delusions that crop up every Halloween. Gabriel knows better. Gabriel's horoscope today reads, "Wise is the warrior who knows when to fight and when to get the hell out of Dodge."
God help me, I'm actually starting to listen to this guy.
Yes, New Orleans is full of ghost stories. Its residents can be forgiven for having a fertile imagination stoked by the Louisiana heat, the gumbo, and the dark, starry nights. But even for Nola, last night was a doozy. The New Orleans Times reported a dozen phone calls claiming there were ghosts in the Bayou St. John. People reported strange noises and weird lights over the swamp. Some folks claim it was the ghost of Marie Laveau. In other, colder cities, mass hysteria tends to crop up on Halloween. Here, our spirits walk on St. John's Eve. And yes, wise is the warrior who knows when to fight and when to get the hell out of Dodge. Right, well, there's no weird fella outside our window today. Yeah, Louisiana heat, yet Gabriel wears a nice long coat. In fact, let's put this nice long leather coat on now and do a weird pose back to Grace.
I'm going out for a bit.
Be careful.
Right. I mean, I'm not sure whether it's... I think from here we should be off to Germany, but...
I'm not going back in there.
We're not going back to the police station, but we will go to the pub.
Gabriel can't see a way to use that.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Sure. I'm not too busy at the moment.
Like the ever-present year-round crickets in The Walking Dead, Art will not let the coat thing go. But the thing is, no matter what the heat, you've got to look cool, right?
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
That's about all I can say about this crowd.
Right. I don't think anyone's got anything to say here, have they? Cicadas, yes.
Can I ask you some questions?
I'm here to relax, friend. Now buzz off.
Right. Sorry. Hey, how's it going?
Could you excuse us? We're talking here.
Alright, there is nothing happening here, is there? Right, if we're gonna... Doop-a-doop-a-doo.
You know, I know who you are.
The drummer ignores Gabriel and just continues drumming. Unnerving, isn't he?
Yes, and we got the drum book.
It's one of the rad.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what needs to be done as well.
Grace actually managed to find a book. The book contains...
Right, but we obviously were not... Horse! Yeah, we did the code to get the meeting. Anything happening in the church?
Someone is in.
Probably nobody in the casino.
There's no answer. Perhaps Casino got even more paranoid than usual and decided to get out of town.
Hello, Rick. How you doing? Trying to remember what's going on. Now, I seem to remember something about...
Open sis.
Nope.
getting into the tomb.
The plate is in locked position. There's a keyhole on the plate, but Gabriel can't operate that without a key.
And the only key I've got is Mosley's key. Which is no good. Now, I thought there was a puzzle here. But presumably not. You're very tired. Oof. I have slept for a lot today because I took today off work. So I got up, I did breakfast, and then I went back to bed again and had a nice big long lie-in. It was great. I'm not sure there's anything else to here. Alright, Kath's got delivery coming in. I don't think you're going to be any help, are you?
Mind if I pick your brain a minute?
Go ahead. These folks ain't in no hurry.
Yeah, of course. You got nothing else to say. I got something to say.
Seeing as how this is a sign on the front door of Magenta's home reads, attending a channeling seminar until August 1st.
Hello, Elvish Cat. Welcome in.
Hi.
Hi. I don't think there's anything else to say to Willie, right?
can I ask you just a few more questions?
Whatever, man.
No, no more questions.
Posted on the door of the museum is a sign saying, closed until further notice.
I don't think there's anything happening at the Overlook, is there? The binocs. I think we're done with the binocs puzzle.
That jazz band is pretty...
But just in case. I think there's only one thing to do today, and that is literally get the hell out of Dodge. Because I don't think we want to go here again, do we?
The signal device and anything else of interest in the bayou is no doubt long since gone.
There we go. Just to remind us that there's no point going here. I don't think there's any point going here either, but you know.
Miss Getty is busy, officer, and
If you'll just tell her.
goodbye, sir.
Oh, wonderful butler. He's so rude. Remember that dead body we found? Well, at least someone's tidied up, eh? To be honest, as I recall from the first game, I don't think there's anything else to do in New Orleans now. We should listen to... We got the nice little tinkle from the
Hey,
newspaper.
Grace, here I am.
Oh boy, party time.
I think it's time to book a flight to Germany with whatever
Didn't
money
Grace
we
say
don't
you had to
have.
dial 011 first to get international?
Oh, dial, of course.
Guten Tag, Sie haben Schloss Ritter erreicht.
This is Gabriel Knight. Can I speak to Wolfgang, please?
Ja, Herr Knight. Einen Moment bitte.
Gabriel, it's so good to hear your voice. I had such a dream last night.
Oh, I bet
There's
you
a
did.
good reason for that, Uncle Wolfgang. We need to talk.
Gabriel fills in Wolfgang on the events of the previous evening.
It's even worse than I thought.
We have to talk about what I should do.
Yay! I mean, sure, we could go for the things that it wants us to talk about, or we could just go through all of them.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
My library contains many books on the occult and religions, and I have read about some particularly evil voodoo cults. But you, at this point, have more direct experience than I.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
It sounds as though you have learned much during your investigation in New Orleans. Perhaps you will fill me in when we have a chance to sit down and talk.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
I I only know what you have told me. They seem to be very similar to the killings in Gunther's journal.
Right. We've got a lot. There is a lot of dialogue art, but it's going to have to wait because the biryani exploded in the bag. Oh no! Oh no! But it is time, folks. It's time. Snarf, where'd you go? He was all being a loaf on the floor, and he's disappeared. Snarf, snarf, snarf. Ah, there he is. Hi, Snarf. Orko, you bell end. And we have competition. Yes, this is the first stream he's in 2 weeks. Such wobbles. Are you being wobbly, Orko? So get Snarf a little bit more in frame. I can't see how many biscuits Snarf has left because Snarf is blocking my view. He's gone for a different angle today. Obviously, I think Snarf has remembered what a dream he is. Orko never forgot. There he goes. Right, Orko has munched. How are you doing, Snarf? Have you finished? Have you finished, Snarf? Have you? Have you finished, Snarf? He has. Snarf won. And there he goes. Oh, Snarf, you catching up? Orca, though, he's gonna have a root round, little lick of the box. Snarf wins. Well, thank you, Kathy, for keeping the lads sad box lick. Reminding the lads of the yes, hello. You don't get more. You meant to go. Oh right, a bunch of biscuits right now and fuck it off. That's how this works. Not sit here and ask me for more. Yeah, there's a little database somewhere on the internet that's keeping a tally of Snarf's wins. That's what computers are for. And I thank you so much for that very, very silly program that you wrote. Read Kathy Ree. Rick, I'm trying to work out what the pun is meant to be there. It's my brain isn't working. Read Kathy Ree. Anyway. But yes, Kathy is doing fine. So there we go. Oh, recovery. Ah! Yes. Recovery, but with Kathy. I get it now. Now you say it. Oh, I'm a doofus at times, honestly. Yes, Gaffy is recovering. Good. Right, let's ask a German man what he knows about New Orleans. Recovery was easy to pass. This is true.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
It was just another American city to me until I started dreaming about you. Now I feel it's not safe for you there. I wish you would leave.
Yeah, we probably will.
Do you know anything about snakes?
I have not studied the subject. I have an intense dislike for them.
Yes, he is in the witness protection program. It's just because we've never seen him, but obviously he's related. Look at that bit of blonde tousled hair there. Tired, choosing a name based on what feels right. Wired, choosing a name based on pun potential. Excellent.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I'm afraid I've never heard of it.
Do you know what Caprice Encore means?
No? What does it mean?
It means goat without horns. It's a term used for human sacrifice in voodoo.
Well, let's hope we can avoid any more of that in this family.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
No, I'm afraid not.
I've heard rumors of a secret hound fall here in New Orleans.
Yeah, I am sure they have a temple there. Would probably a very elaborate one. You should not go near it, though. Not alone.
Well, sure we will go there alone at some point. Opportunities. Oh, yeah. Right. Let's get a little bit warm here. And also, I'm going to secret reveal. Look at this shirt. Oh yeah, what a shirt. Hello, Creeks. Oh yes. It's a Jim will paint it number. Should have floated out to see. As soon as I saw it, it's like, I'm buying that shirt. It's amazing. You strip off to a disturbing t-shirt, it brings Queeks out the woodwork. I think the thing I love most about it... Yeah, it's kind of a blobby Dalek, but hang on. Oh, yeah, I can just look down. It's like there's a little Noel Edmonds in there. He just finished catching up and watching Lexi butchering a simple macrame project. But yeah, I had to buy it. Nobody's getting any Christmas presents. I've bought this. The little Noel's by far the most disturbing thing about that image.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
Yeah, Tetanus people wear animal masks for their rituals, don't they? It is not at all uncommon. Many occult groups are based heavily on animal totems. Animals have such pure, primal traits. Spirituality, good or bad, is about reaching these pure levels. Aggressive and cunning like the snake. Agile and nurturing like the monkey. Even our family is associated with the image of a lion.
Wow, there you go.
Do you know anything about Veves?
It is a visual symbol of one or more Loa. Each Loa has its own sign, which is used to summon it.
Have you ever heard of Damballa?
Damballa is a snake. He is a Loa, a voodoo god.
Yes, he's one of the primary Loa of the Getty tribe.
Ah, I see. Good work. That information might prove useful.
I like the fact that he's telling us nothing we didn't already know. Yes, we do know that this is Uncle Wolfie, as we called him.
Does Ogun Badagri mean anything to you?
It is a voodoo Loa, is it not?
Yes, a particularly nasty one, so I understand. Have you come across anything about it in your research?
He seems to be feared by most Voodoo groups. That's all I know.
Do you know anything about black voodoo?
My library contains many books on the occult and religions, and I have read about some particularly evil Voodoo cults. But you, at this point, have more direct experience than I.
What can you tell me about Schottenjägers?
Of course, I sometimes forget how little you know of the family, Gabriel. I never understood how Heinz could allow his sons to remain ignorant. But now is not the time for that discussion. Schottenjäger is really two words in English, Gabriel. Schotten means shadow, and Jäger means hunter.
Shadow hunter?
Yes, shadow hunter. We Ritters have been Schottenjägers for many centuries. No one is sure when it began or how, but we have records of ancestors as early as the 13th century fulfilling this role. Some believe that the role was given us when... but such fantasies cannot be of use to you at the moment, Gabriel. Most people are completely blind to the fact that evil does exist. Shadows of darkness, spirits, vampires, witches, demons, these things are real. It is to their advantage that the world has become so scientific, so cynical. But we know they exist, Gabriel, and we hunt them.
How do we hunt them? And why?
Why? Because it is our duty. As for how, that is something you will have to learn, but it's not easily explained over the phone.
Leave some exposition for the sequel.
Do you know anything about Rada drums?
Rada drums? You mean ceremonial drums?
Yes. The Getty tribe uses drummers around the quarter as relay messengers to keep track of their business.
Ah, so drums have a ceremonial use too. It would be useful to know their code, Gabriel.
I had Grace find some information on them.
I can see you already have the mind of an investigator. I hope it serves you well.
Tell me about yourself.
I hope there will be time for that later, Gabriel, after this is all over. For now, we must deal with the matter at hand.
And finally...
Tell me about Tetelo.
Well, from your description of the ritual last night, I'd say that Gunther's mistress, Tetelo, is now the primary Loa for the Getty tribe. It seems she still controls them by possessing her female descendants and speaking through them. You remember in Gunther's journal he said that Tetelo was possessed by her father's Loa during the killings in Charleston. This sounds similar, but Tetelo has obviously become a much more powerful Loa than her father ever was. Probably because of the added power of the talisman.
Let's talk about the talisman.
I myself have only seen it in old sketches and paintings, and in my dreams. It was in the family for centuries before Tetelo took it. It is believed to be as old as the role of Schottenjäger itself. The talisman has genuine power. I don't know how or why, but it is so. The Schottenjäger swore to use the power for good, never for evil, for defense, not offense. We've been searching for the talisman for years. It's a terrible thing to know that something powerful that was entrusted to us is in the wrong hands. With the talisman, Tetelo has all the power and we none. The only possible way to fight her is to regain the talisman. Then we will at least be on more equal footing.
You should learn about this. Now get Grace to it.
How can we regain the talisman?
The talisman is probably buried with Tetelo's remains. That's what gives her Loa so much power. To find the talisman, we must find her remains.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the talisman?
The most important thing about the talisman is that it be once again in the hands of the Schottenjägers.
Is there anything else you can tell me about Tetelo?
I believe she truly loved Gunther. After all, she was raised to be her father's daughter. The religion was not a choice she made, but a duty she endured. How can she be blamed for that? The spirit that she has become, that is a different matter. It is utterly evil. I am certain that the lower Tetelo bears little resemblance to the woman she was before the burning in Charleston. She was once a beautiful and intelligent woman, and she probably did not deserve Gunther's betrayal. But the Tetelo we fight now is more akin to her tribe's dark gods than to anything human in nature.
How would we find Tetelo's remains?
We have pondered that question a long time, we Ritters. There are two probabilities. The first is that her remains are with the tribe in New Orleans. The other is that the remains were returned to a sacred place near the tribe's original homeland. We've tried to locate Tetelo's African homeland, but Gunther says so little in his journal about her tribe, and slaving records are practically non-existent. As for the other idea, we had no clue that Tetelo's people were in New Orleans until now.
How would we find Tetelo's remains again?
We must locate the tribe's original African...
Yeah.
Let's discuss the possible African homeland.
All right. Have you learned anything that might help us locate it?
I spoke with Professor Hartridge. Unfortunately for him, he thinks the tribe's name was Agree, and that they live near the Fawn tribe in what's now called the People's Republic of Benin.
This is incredible, Gabriel. I must go research this new information in my library right now.
Wait, what should I do?
Stay low. If you get a chance, you might look into the possibility that Tetelo's remains are somewhere in New Orleans. But don't try to broach their private areas without my assistance, Gabriel.
Flirt.
You will make a fine Schottenjäger, but only if you are not dead.
Sure. I'll wait.
Goodbye then, Gabriel. And remember, if you need a place of safety, come to Schloss Ritter.
Bling, bing, bing, bing. Achieved a lot, Shadowhunters. And thank you, Kathy, for booting that very well-spoken bot. Right, so we need to find Tetelo's remains, which I think I remember. Well spoken to beat the senses. Grace is right. Much as it pains me to admit it, this is about my destiny, and the only option I have is to follow that lead. Or I guess I could become a potato farmer in Idaho. There might be more longevity in potato farming. Yeah, let's become a potato farmer. Right, so we had a good old chat with Wolfie. We need to find Tetelo's remains. I think, well, I kind of remember where it was. Let's have another chat with Grace again.
Got a minute?
What's up?
No, okay, nothing new. Hello, Snarf. What are you doing? Hi. You alright? What are you up to? Huh? What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm gonna skip you. Ah! Ha 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 ha! Ah! Look at this big lad. Mwah! Oh. You're winning. You're catching up nicely, Snarf. Orange boy. Huh? You are a lovely orange boy, aren't you? Snuggly baby. Only because he wants to, like, murder mitten my arm. That's it, right. You can sit there. Huh? You can sit there? Be good? I mean, he's always got his anxiety traits. He still treats me with disdain sometimes when I scoop him.
I'm going out for a bit.
Be careful.
Right. There's nowhere else to visit, is there? We can see Granny. I think at this point...
Gabriel, my love, how nice to see you.
Nice to see you too, Gran. Can we talk, Gran?
Of course, my...
Are you okay, Gran?
I'm right as rain, boy.
Oh, nothing.
All right.
Right, have we got anything to show her?
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
Is that from your uncle in Germany? I hope you like him, Gabriel. Perhaps one day I'll get to meet him.
Art can relate to the anxiety, but has no interest in treating me with disdain. Yes, hello. Hi. He's a big baby. I don't think there's anything else we need to show Grandma, is there?
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
No, dear. I'm afraid I don't speak a word of German.
I don't think there's anything
take it
else.
Easy on those women out there, will you, Gabe?
Yes.
Women? You're my only girl, Gran.
Please, Gabe. Take it easy on all the women.
I'm not going back in there.
So we're not going back to the police station. There's nothing to do at any location, really.
Hey, Grace.
Oh boy.
Let's open up. But we got hints, haven't we? Oh yeah, the talisman might be here in New Orleans. Where should I look? They'd be with Tetlo's remains, right? Okay, cool. Right, fine. There's a hint of where to go.
I'm going out for...
Be careful.
Oh, look. The switch is open.
Gabriel hears the faint sound of breaking glass.
Damn, you'd think there'd be a light.
Why is it open now? Because we talked to...
Gabriel got the flashlight free in the mail when he ordered a magazine. Crypt drawers line the back wall. The plaque on the drawer has a name etched on it. Celeste Getty. The drawer's interior contains mostly dust and bones.
Yeah, let's just go.
There's nothing, Gabe.
We are rooting through. musty bones.
The drawers in...
A musty skeleton. Whole Dry Skeleton's your favourite goth band. Old Dry Bones.
The drawer is locked.
That one's locked. That's just a skeleton, huh?
There's nothing...
Nothing in that one, just some bones. I believe them bones, they're all me. Look at the lens flare. An ossuary?
I think I know what happened to the men in the family now. Huh. Some of these look loose.
Okay. Oh. Could come up more than one time. So we got some gems. And we've got here spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch.
Hey, one of the drawers popped open.
Hey. The one that was previously locked.
Mosley. Shit, I dropped my flashlight. Huh?
Oh no, we got funked.
Ouch. Oh, my head. What the hell was that?
I know he said to swear. Achievement unlocked, a fallen friend. Is Mosley still in here?
Mosley's body is gone.
But we'll take his wallet, because we are naught but common thieves.
There's broken glass on the floor. Someone's broken the light in here. No wonder it's so dark.
Well, I suppose we could push the button.
It's a man's wallet.
Mosley's
Gabriel
wallet.
opens the wallet and finds some ID belonging to Mosley and an American's repressed card.
Oh, we got Mosley's credit card,
Mosley's
huh?
American's repressed card. Credit. What a concept.
Credit and Thursdays. Hang on. Mosley's absolutely a mega chud. Yeah, he probably is. That's what I was missing. Right, I think that's all we needed to do here, right? Because the talisman's not there, but we have got a credit card, which means we can now afford to book a flight to Germany.
I'm not going back in there.
Where have you been? I was worried about you.
For good reason, apparently.
What happened? Do you need a doctor?
Nothing you want to know about, and no, just some aspirin.
Gabriel, this is nuts. You have to get out of New Orleans.
No kidding.
Well, listen, Wolfgang called while you were out. He said, and I quote, "Tell Gabriel that I found what I was looking for. It's time for me to do my duty. Schloss Ritter is his now. Now call me crazy, but I don't think that's good news."
Not for Uncle Wolfie, no.
What are you gonna do?
If I figure it out, I'll let you know.
Schlossrit is mine now. But I need to find Uncle Wolfgang. Yep. We are going.
I have a number for a travel agent on that phone book page if I need to call them.
Yep. That's what we're going to do. We're going to use Mosey's credit cards.
Didn't Grace say you had to dial 011 first to get international?
Sure, but we also want to see the world.
Hello, See the World Travel Agency. How may I help you?
How much for a trip to Rittersberg, Germany?
Rittersberg, Germany. Hold on, let me look that up. I can fly you into Munich. That's the closest airport to Rittersberg. You can rent a car from there or take the train. Let's see, the best price I can see for the flight is $1,400. What would you like to do?
Charge it to my Americans repressed.
Yes, sir. And your name was?
Mosley.
Feeling a little guilty, Gabriel gives the travel
Not
agent
really.
Mosley's card number and is informed that he can pick up his tickets at the Narlands International Airport.
What a guy. His friend may be dead, but at least we can use his credit card. And yes, the pre-9/11 days when you could just, like, pick up tickets in someone else's name. Buying plane tickets and they didn't have names on them. You just gift them to someone. Honestly, I barely remember tickets. I think the first time I took a plane was 2007. So, yeah, I probably did have sort of like check-in and print out of tickets then. But, yeah, just over the years, it's just like, oh, yeah, here's a barcode on my phone. Beep. Grace, I'm going to Germany.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Guess what? I'm going to Germany.
Really? That's great. But how on earth can you afford...
A man's gotta do what a man's gotta do.
Oh my god. I wouldn't like the sound of that even if you were a man.
I'll miss you too, Grace.
What, art? Art a shop that I didn't fly until 2007. All my family holidays as a child were to self-catering cottages about an hour's drive from Swansea. Yes, occasional trains to Scotland, where my mother's friend lived just outside Edinburgh, so we'd like spend a week or so with her and sort of like go around to like places. So I never. It's 2007 was my first passport and my first international trip. Yeah, so and for like there was a period there as well where my parents would go on holiday and I would be like, "Oh, I'm 15 now. I'm too cool for this shit. I'm gonna stay at home and my parents are away and I'm gonna smoke cigarettes in the house until the day before my parents coming back and then just open all the windows to get rid of the smell." And then, yeah, didn't really have the money to afford too many holidays and stuff until around about 2007. Yeah, too much social anxiety to travel abroad until the late 2000s. That also as well. Probably not fluent at a young age. Grandparents had to live in Florida. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I say I had grandparents in Glasgow, but they would come and see us for a bit, and like I say, we found ways to go and see them.
I'm really going, Grace.
I really hope you'll be safe, Gabriel.
Got any ideas, Grace?
Yeah, get out of town.
You're so helpful.
Right. Are we, flying within the UK seems decadent. It's kind of handy for Scotland.
Goodbye, Gracie.
Good luck. Let me know what's going on, will you?
Of course. Are you gonna be okay here by yourself?
I'll be fine. Just fix this, okay?
I'm trying, Gracie.
There used to be flights from Swansea to London. And that is definitely decadent. But yeah, London, Glasgow, like anywhere south, like, you know, say like, yeah, Bristol to Edinburgh, Glasgow, anywhere relatively south to Scotland, flying is cheaper than the train and even quicker than the train, even when you factor in going to get to the airport like a couple of hours earlier and stuff. I still prefer to take trains where possible on a lot of stuff. It's great. I mean, generally, you're right. Generally less hassle. The whole faffing of trying to get through security at the airport is a chore. And that's why the last time I went on holiday, you know, in the before times, I took the Eurostar and a bunch of trains all across Europe to Graz in Germany. Austria, to go and see some friends. And it was great fun. And I got to take the sleeper train on the way back. Found a sleeper train that went Graz to Zurich. And that was pretty cool. It's just like, I'm sleeping, but I'm travelling. London to Amsterdam. I do want to do London to Amsterdam. That would be cool. Yeah, getting a train that just like pumps straight to Amsterdam Central. Brilliant. Love it. Sleeper trains, though, are awesome. I've been watching a lot of travel content on YouTube. And there are some like trains. There's a train that goes from like Chicago to LA and it takes 4 or 5 days and it looks awesome. Yeah, the Caledonian Sleeper, London, Scotland's also. There's also one that goes London to like Cornwall as a sleeper as well. Austrian train service just present their new sleeper trains. Oh, yeah, I think they got some double-decker ones, haven't they? Which look awesome. London Southwest one's nice, but too fast for you to get a decent night's sleep. Guy on Twitter who talks about trains all over Europe. Oh, forward me that camp. Love it. Yeah, I've been watching, like, there's some great American trains. I tell you, the one that looks so good is the Rocky Mountain Express or something. Basically, there are some luxury trains. They do like some routes in Canada. There's one that also they do one that goes through Colorado and Utah through the Rocky Mountains. They're not sleeper trains though, because like they're like 2-day trips, and they give you a hotel in the middle, and they're like full on luxury with these big cabins with big glass things. Oh, some amazing stuff on there. There's a YouTube account I've been watching called Downey Live, and he's done like loads of stuff with trains and stuff, and he's currently doing a series of the UK by canal boat. Seat 61. Wow, thank you very much, Art. We should go and check that one out. The Canadian one, 5 nights in a sleeper train. Oh, wow. Through Canada, eh? Here we go.
Gabriel picks up his tickets at the airport and boards a plane for Munich.
Ah, Rittersburg, Schloss Ritter. Wow, that car.
Wolfgang?
Hello, my name is Knight. Gabriel Knight.
Herr Knight! Oh, kommen Sie bitte herein. I mean, come in, please, Herr Knight. I was not expecting you. Has Wolfgang sent you here?
Uncle Wolfgang? No, I came to see him. Isn't he here?
No, he is gone. I'm sorry. You came all this way.
No, great. That's all I need.
Herr Knight, Wolfgang told me all about you and gave me instructions for you to feel welcome here. Please, this is your home. You are a Ritter, no? I'm just doing some work. I will continue and you may make yourself comfortable. If there's anything you need, please ask me. You may use Wolfgang's bedroom. It is at the top of the stairs.
Thank you, miss.
You may call me Gerde, Herr Knight.
Right. Couple of things before we go back to train talk. Number one, where's his jacket now? Surely Germany isn't that much warmer than New Orleans in the summer. And two, good as butt. So have a look. If you go off season on this thing, they'll open up the first class car to everyone, which is a clear view directly out the back of the train. Oh, awesome. Viewing car, yeah, the viewing cars on some of those trains are amazing. And then you go and sit in a first rate Western, and you're just like, oh, it's a bit dull. There is a French-made outfit and it's Castle Green. It's all right. Oh, sorry, Elvish Cat is just like, let's stop talking about trains. Let's talk about the game. Yes, it definitely looks a bit more like Gabe 2. Here. And, yeah, you're right, she was wearing a French-made outfit. Now she's just wearing a nice mumsy cardigan. Who doesn't love a nice mumsy cardigan? Trains. Oh, let's talk about trains. Lunch.
Gabriel is sure he'll end up getting some of those for a meal sooner or later.
Well, let's have a chat together.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, of course.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Wolfgang is the only one who would know about that.
Tell me what you know about Schattenjägers.
As Wolfgang may have told you, Schattenjäger means shadow hunter. The Ritter family have always been Schattenjäger. It is a kind of priesthood, though not as restrictive as most.
Tell me what you know about Schattenjägers.
Each Schattenjäger passes on his knowledge to a younger man in the Ritter line when the time is right.
Tell me what you know about Schattenjägers.
I am sure Wolfgang meant for you to take his place someday as Schattenjäger.
Tell me about Wolfgang.
What would you like to know?
Where do you think Wolfgang went?
I don't know, but I have a feeling he has gone off to be Schattenjäger again. He is too old for such chasing around. His heart is very weak. He has not left this castle for 5 years, and now this?
Do you know when he'll be back?
I only pray he will be back. Before he left, he said Schloss Ritter now belongs to Gabriel. It worried me so to hear him say that. I'm afraid Wolfgang knew he would never return.
What's Wolfgang like?
Wolfgang is a truly wise and good man, the best I have ever known. But his life has been so full of disappointments.
What kind of disappointments?
You,
His
Gabe.
only son died in infancy, so there was no one to carry on the family line. And the family's financial troubles have been hard on him. Wolfgang wanted to do so much for the world, but it was all he could do to just hold on to Schloss Ritter. He has not left his mark as he wished to.
What is your relationship with Wolfgang?
Herr Knight, my relationship with your uncle is really none of your business.
They're bagging.
You're right, Gerda. I apologize. Forget I asked. Can you show me Wolfgang's library?
How do you know about his library?
When we talked on the phone, he said he was going to do some research in his library. I thought maybe if I saw what he was researching...
Ah, yeah, a good idea, Herr Knight. But I'm afraid I cannot show you the library. You see, I have never been in it. Only a Schattenjäger can enter the library.
I see.
Cunning, that. Only someone who can solve a logic puzzle can enter the library.
Just tell me anything.
Wolfgang has dedicated his entire life to the role of Schattenjäger.
Just tell me anything.
He's not had a very happy life, but I've done my best to provide him with a little comfort.
Just tell me anything.
He thought he was the last of the Ritter line until he found out about you.
Just tell me anything.
He knows the history of the Ritter family from many centuries past.
Oh, Art as our resident accent judger, and Rick is our resident actual German person. What are we reckoning for Gerda's accent here?
Just tell me anything.
He is a good man, a strong man. I am fond of him.
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
As you like, Herr Knight.
Tell me something about the Ritter family.
I can tell you what they say in the village, what I heard when I was small. To the villagers, the Ritters are a little, how do you say, tragic, to be pitied. They say that the Ritters were chosen by God to fight evil. But something happened. One of them was cursed, and so the Ritters lost the way. They struggle still, but like a lame dog, you see, without the power or magic they once had.
Tell me something about the Ritter family.
There are legends of how powerful the family once was, of some of their mighty deeds, of the richness of the castle and, in turn, Rittersberg itself. But at the end of the 17th century, that all changed. Since then, the Ritters and Rittersberg have been in decline.
Isn't too bad, but her English is structured like a native speaker, which isn't accurate in Art's opinion. Yeah, should have shoved it through Google Translate a couple of times.
Tell me something about Schloss Ritter.
Schloss Ritter has stood for many centuries. No one knows how long. It was once the pride of Bavaria, but now it is in disrepair. Wolfgang received offers to open the castle for tourists. He has resisted, though, even though the castle is in desperate need of repairs. To him, this ground is sacred.
Tell me something about Schloss Ritter.
The castle has many, many rooms and passages, Herr Knight. Most have been closed off and are decaying in the dark and damp. Only a few rooms have been kept up due to the cost.
Didn't Wolfgang mention a library?
There's a library, but I've never been in it. There are places in the castle where only the master is allowed to go.
Like the secret door at the back of the wardrobe in your bedroom.
Tell me something about Schloss Ritter.
Schloss Ritter is the center from which the Schattenjäger have always gone out to battle the forces of evil.
So, what do you do when you're not puttering around the castle?
Every day, I go to Rittersberg to do the daily shopping and visit my friends.
Have you worked here long?
For the past 4 years.
Oh, what's going on with the bottom jaw?
What's it like in Rittersberg?
It is very peaceful and quiet. I'm sure you will find it like a vacation, yeah?
Somehow I doubt this is going to be a vacation.
I'm a woman, I don't do much. Shopping friends, the usual lady things.
This place is so quiet. Doesn't that bother you at all?
I love it here in Schloss Ritter. Even the silence feels like home to me.
Tell me something about yourself.
I was born in Rittersberg, the village below the castle.
Tell me something about yourself.
I am not well traveled, but Wolfgang has been kind and has tutored me in many subjects. It was from him I learned to speak English. He must have sensed you were coming, Herr Knight, and that you would have need of me.
Tell me something about yourself.
I am very devoted to my position here with Wolfgang.
Tell me something about yourself.
I love Rittersberg. No place on earth could be as beautiful.
Right, there we go. We have exhausted all things. Right.
At the moment, Gabriel can't think of a need for the salt.
Boo.
Gerda wouldn't appreciate Gabriel messing with her lunch.
Fine. Tapestries?
A few tapestries hang on the wall. Gabriel isn't sure if they mean something or if they're just good insulation.
Haha. Things we haven't done for a while. Let's get saving. Also worth noting, her German does not sound like someone who lived her whole life near Munich. As in, it's actually intelligible German. Wow. Oh, Rick with all the local bitching.
A few ancient weapons adorn the hall.
This Shadowhunter stuff is serious.
It's a lion's head, carved in stone.
Well, we could go to the chapel. I do remember there being a puzzle in the chapel, but...
The main entry doors are massive. They look strong enough to withstand anything. There's a dragon's head on the wall.
Snarf, stop being a dick. Hi. You were sitting down nice for a minute.
A large display case hangs on the wall. It contains a scroll.
All right, then.
This scroll looks interesting.
Could have read it. Could have read it where it was, but nope.
St. George, patron of the light, who hunts the shadows of the night. Upon my blood I call thee now. Purify me, for I avow to sit my feet upon thy road. Thy sword I take up for mine own.
The display.
Man, I gotta get more sleep. You handsome devil, you.
This scroll looks interesting. I'll make Grace read it for me.
It's a chamber pot.
Take me back to the 20th century, please.
No, piss in the pot, Gabe.
I don't have to right now. Even if I had to, I wouldn't.
All right, fine.
There's a small pair of grooming scissors on the cabinet. Gabriel takes the scissors.
Just slips them in his jeans pocket. That's asking for trouble, right?
The cabinet holds a few items for personal grooming. A Gothic-style window looks out over an incredible view. A Gothic-style...
There's a puddle?
Outside the window, there's a nice thick ledge where some rainwater has gathered into a puddle. Gabriel would need a pretty good reason to stick his hands in the puddle of rainwater.
That's probably a clue.
Putting water in my pockets is really going to give people the wrong impression about me.
Yeah, alright, fine, whatever.
Gabriel isn't interested in sitting at the moment.
Fine.
A fire blazes steadily in the stone fireplace. The fire's already blazed.
We don't want to put it out.
No thanks.
It's the biggest bed Gabriel has ever seen.
It's the same pocket that held taxidermed alligator skull. Since it's probably the least of its worries, yeah. It wasn't the pocket I was worried about, Rick. It was the pointy things near... well, actually, come to think about it, pointy things near Gabriel's unmentionables is
I'm
probably
tired, but
fine.
it's daylight here. I can't sleep when it's light outside.
It's locked. The only way to open that door is with the right key. The portal says, Nor der Rheins darf passieren. Diesen Herz ist rein wie Glas. Diesen Seele rein wie Feuer. Schreitet heuer durchs Portal.
Thanks. Use
That
the
doesn't
scissors.
seem to work that way.
Oh, boo. That was some kind of pronunciation, huh?
Can I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, of course.
There are some words over the locked door in Wolfgang's bedroom. What do they mean?
Ah, yes. Wolfgang had me translated as part of my English lessons. In English it means, only the purest here may pass. He whose heart is pure as glass. He whose soul is pure as fire. Through this portal passes higher.
Great, thanks. What was...
Only...
Right.
Great,
Is glass pure? I don't know.
A plain wooden altar occupies the center of the chapel. A cushion kneeler at the bottom indicates that the altar is a place of prayer. A magnificent stained glass window depicts the legendary battle between St. George and the dragon.
She knew how certain plants were meant to be pronounced, but then added the accent on top. Yeah.
Perhaps it's an illusion caused by the colored light from the window, but this chapel gives Gabriel a sense of something truly mystical.
Yep, right.
3 panels hang from each side of the chapel. Gabriel can't determine what their purpose might be.
It's to do with the scroll, isn't it? I vaguely remember this puzzle.
3 panels.
St. George, patron of the light,
Uh-huh.
who hunts the shadows of the night.
St. George
Upon
there.
my blood I call thee now. Purify me, for I avow to sit my feet upon thy road. Thy sword I take up for mine own.
The blood and the purification. So, trying to remember here. So there's, this is showing collecting rainwater, whereas there's that, pew pew pew.
There are pews on both sides of the center aisle. The pews look uncomfortable. Gabriel would rather not sit there.
So, we've got here rain water. Well, we know where some of that is. Sword and fire, maybe? And then a chalice, and then is that more water?
Tree panel. Candelabra flanked the altar. Gabriel doesn't have a plain wooden.
And then there's, yeah. I remembered this one. We're gonna have to cut ourselves. Yep. That's how this puzzle goes. Look, there's a scroll. Self-harm.
I don't have to, even if I had to.
Right. So there's some rainwater. We have some scissors. We have this poem up here, which hopefully now is translated. No, it's not, is it? It's going to be...
The portal, nor der Rhines.
It sounds better.
So, the rainwater in the hands and the sword in the presumably fire.
Perhaps it's an illusion.
Pew pew pew, indeed.
The hair clipping scissors are spotless. It looks like Wolfgang uses his scissors as infrequently as Gabriel uses his own.
Thanks.
St. George, patron of the light, who hunts the shadows of the night. Upon my blood I call thee now.
My blood.
Purify me, for I avow, to sit my feet upon thy road, thy sword I take up for mine own.
So, and that's the last bit of the panel, right? Do we need to... Is it the scissors? Or... Is there a sword somewhere? There's... they're very short of money, but they keep huge fires going in the bedrooms and dozens of candles burning in the chapel in the middle of the day. Shush. Right.
Putting water in my...
No, we don't put water,
Gabriel
but...
would need a pretty good reason to stick his hands in the puddle of rainwater.
'Cause the thing said...
The fire's already...
Right, we can't...
I don't have to, even if I had to.
Right. Hands in rainwater. Gabriel wants to put a handful of random mud in his pocket. It's being fussy about rainwater. I know, right?
There's no reason.
I think maybe we're going to get everything right. So what? Where's this chalice? That's what we need, because both of these show a chalice, right? So if you were a chalice, where would you be?
The main entry door. Gabriel has no time to
They look like chalices there. Like, I'm sure the salt was part of this.
Is that a shaker of salt?
Yeah, salt.
Mind if I take it?
No.
Thanks.
Gerda wouldn't appreciate.
A shaker of salt. Shake it, shake it.
I don't have to, even if I had.
Right, if you were... If you were a chalice in the palace...
It's an old-fashioned canopy with heavy bed curtains.
Where would you be?
The door is surrounded by an ornate lintel.
On a mantle of some kind, yes, right.
The great hollow Schloss Ritter towers around Gabriel. He can imagine the heating bills.
Yep. I mean, to be honest, I would assume that it would be in the chapel.
The pews. There are pews. There are... The pews. A plain wooden altar occupies the center. Gabriel doesn't...
No, we don't need to kneel at the altar. Wash our hands in rainwater. Purify the sword with fire. Something, something, salt cellar. Blood, kneel, say the words.
High up in the wall is a small window.
Like, the closest thing we've seen is the bloomin' chamber pots.
Gabriel would need a pretty good reason.
Yeah, there's a good... It's called The Thing, isn't it? It's the...
Gabriel isn't in.
Not interested in
Gabriel
sitting.
There's a window seat on.
Why don't they put chain part on the dresser anyway? Shouldn't it be under the bed or something? Well, yes, but shh.
I'm tired.
The bed is much.
Man, I gotta get more sleep.
The display case is empty.
Because I took the thing out of it.
It's a chamber pot.
Take me back to the 20.
Right. Let's go to hints. Yes, fine. I think we know the shape of the puzzle. It's just not letting us do a lot of things. Until, I guess, we pick up the bits we need. Oh, ask Gerda about them. Okay, fine.
Can I ask you a few...
Yeah, of course.
What can you tell me about those wall panels in the chapel?
The hangings. They describe the Schattenjäger initiation ceremony.
Tell me about the Schattenjäger initiation ceremony.
Each young man of the Ritterline must go through the ceremony when he dedicates himself to be a Schattenjäger.
But what does this ceremony do?
I do not know, Herr Knight. The only people present are the old Schattenjäger and the new. But I think it must be similar to a priest's ordination or a wedding. A ceremony of intent and oath.
Ooh, ugh.
Is there a problem, Herr Knight?
You said wedding. I'm okay now.
Fuck off, Gabe.
Gabriel takes the chamber pot.
There we go. Now we've got the chamber pot. I know, right? Gabe's a pig. We should have done a fuck off Gabe. Tell you what, in a couple of years' time, when we revisit these games.
Thinking of the first chapel panel, Gabriel washes his hands in the water.
Yay, there we go. Right. And then with the sword.
The fire's...
No thanks.
What do we do with the sword? Right, we've washed our hands. Is that sword and fire, or is it sword and...
That's not a bad idea. But Gabriel senses that he's missing a few necessary steps first.
Oh, is it scissors to the hair? Scissors to the hair.
I don't cut my hair without a damn good reason.
That's the reason. Alright, fine, we'll do it in the mirror.
I gotta get more sleep.
Thinking of the second chapel panel, Gabriel cuts his hair.
I hate this. There. That's plenty.
Right, so there we go. We cut our hair. Okay, right. I think then the boo 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 boo. Chamber pots.
Putting water in my pocket.
That's an interesting thought, but there would be less chance of spilling the salt if Gabriel put the chamber pot down first.
I love this weird little bit of music in the hall, but do we just put the chamber pot down on the altar? Okay.
Thinking of the third panel, Gabriel puts the chamber pot on the altar.
And then the salt, for some reason?
Thinking of the third panel, Gabriel pours the contents of the salt shaker into the chamber pot.
Because that's meant to be salt water. I don't know where the water comes from, but never mind. Right. Here we go, folks. Time for some self-harm.
Thinking of the fourth panel, Gabriel holds his arm over the chamber pot and nicks it with the dagger.
Oh, whoops. Nearly hit an artery.
Yeah, well done, Gabe.
Thinking of the fifth panel, Gabriel kneels at the altar.
And then...
Thinking of the sixth panel, Gabriel reads the scroll.
Saint George, patron of the light, who hunts the shadows of the night. Upon my blood I call thee now. Purify me, for I avow to set my feet upon thy road. Thy sword I take up for mine own. It worked. Something's happening.
Oh, excuse me. I was just vacuuming. I did not know you were in here.
No, that's all right. I've done about all I can do in here anyway. I give up.
You look tired, Herr Knight. Why don't you go to bed?
Sure, why not?
I will clean everything up. You need not worry.
I can't believe I cut my hair for nothing.
Achievement unlocked, Dragonfire. That night, Gabriel dreams.
Your soul smells, Gabriel Knight. You seek to be Schattenjäger?
I do.
You must first burn away the past. How much sin do you have to burn?
A lot.
You have used people all your life, never committing to anything. Turn back now, and I will forget that you asked for this.
No.
There are only two things that redeem you. First, that you have Ritter blood in your veins. Second, that 3 women have loved you purely. You asked to start on the path, so you shall. But you will not be a Schattenjäger until you have earned it.
How?
I cannot show you the path, but I can tell you that you will have to let go of the greater part of yourself, Gabriel Knight.
No problem.
Yes, for purification. You shall have it.
Oh no.
All that for a key. Solemn Day 7. Oh, Day 8 now. Inside a hidden chamber where I had no right to be. I found the wheel at last, or could it be the wheel found me?
What a night. I'm sore all over.
Well, you slept in your clothes. Jesus, Gabe. Made me watch that with your only eyes. I'm not gonna bitch about the animation too much. The original game had more like these comic strip bits, and this is just sort of like a touch up. It's meant to be slightly different to the game. Who sleeps in their shoes, indeed. Hey, we got a key.
I don't believe it. It's the key from my dream.
Not just shoes as well. Those are cowboy boots. Who sleeps in their cowboy boots? Alrighty. We've got a lot of books on a lot of things. We've got a lot of reading to do, basically. And we will do that reading tomorrow night. Ha! Oh yes. I think there's a lot of learning to be doing. We're into the learning part of the game. So I think we'll do that one tomorrow. It's 10 to 8. We've been here for like nearly a couple of hours. Also, I need a big poo. That's more information than you actually needed, huh? So, let's do some things. First, let's hit the quit button. Let's put some music on there. Jesus, Kathy. Turd time. Let's go and raid someone. That might have to be our raid phrase. No, we're not having turd time as a raid phrase. Towel time. Right. Shit raid. Stow-Hallett is playing Elite Dangerous. Where basically every time I hang around in there, I turn into an old man and go, I remember playing this on my Acorn Electron. But Dizzy Miss Lizzie is playing Nancy Drew, the ghost of Thornton Hall. And you know, we love a Nance. Even though we've not played the ghost of Thornton Hall, but then again, I'm gonna go and have a poo. Fuzzy Freaks is doing Dwarf Fortress, though. But I think we should go and see Dizzy Miss Lizzie. Dizzy Miss Lizzie _ There's an underscore. Kira's. I know. Somebody give me a glare. Pretend you're Kira and give me a glare. Right. Okay. So tomorrow, 7 p.m. we shall carry on. We'll do some research. It's going to be a reading stream. Thank you, Art. Yeah, we'll continue the adventures of
DJ.
Thank you, Kathy. Of course, that's what we need. That's what we need. Yes, but we'll go and see Dizzy Miss Lizzie, who's doing some nans. I'll be back here tomorrow, 7 p.m. We'll carry on with some Gabe Knigget. And in the meantime, you lot look after yourselves, because you are a lovely, lovely bunch, and you know that. It's always good to spend time with you and hang out. Thank you for being a wonderful, wonderful part of this silly little community of doing silly things, mainly to do with chickens. I didn't even. Right. I will continue to rest. Don't worry. I had one line. I did a lap flow earlier, and I had one line, so I think we're probably fine. Just a little bit snot, and that's it. But yes. In the meantime, let's go and see Dizzy Miss Lizzie. You look after yourselves, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.